What's going on, y'all? Hope all is well. Another episode of Convos with the CFP Mario Painting. Beautiful Jacksonville, Florida. Just got back from the Best Fest in Atlanta. That was fun. Definitely a VIP night on Friday was a vibe. Definitely VIP night was a vibe. Saturday night was a vibe as well. Met a lot of people, man. A lot of people. Man, people know about Let Bob too, our investment app, which is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody actually met 5 different people that actually bought it, you know what I'm saying, which is amazing. One person saw our article we was featured in Black Enterprise earlier this year. So it just meant a lot of love from people, man. So your boy, Mr. Profiteer, Mr. Painful Profit yourself is doing something. And shouts out to the Let Bob team that's is rocking and rolling, man. But yeah, Invest Fest was fun. Definitely would strongly recommend anybody next year to go to Invest Fest, even if you don't not a VIP, even if you don't do VIP, you do during mission, just to be in the building, to network with people. It's a vibe. I mean, I met literally 500-600 people, DMing me, texting me, just definitely would help people. Got a client, you know what I'm saying, from an investment standpoint that met a minimum. So that paid for itself right there as we'll be able to help them as well. So just a great time, man. So definitely next year, definitely go to Invest Fest. But talking about investing, we go talk about Salesforce. Before we get started though, like, share, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification for the YouTube algorithm. Also check out my book. It is an Amazon bestseller. Your boy's an international bestseller author, y'all. The Relaxed Investor, RELAX Investor. Just Google Relax Investor. You can go to the website where you can buy it on Amazon. As you see it, where's it at? Where's it at? It is here. No, it's here. Boom. No, boom. The Relax Investor. So definitely happy about the book. There is when I was on Forbes, because y'all know your boy was featured in Forbes magazine last month. So anyways, though, let's talk about CRM. Let's talk about how the stock might be a buy.
Salesforce out with its second quarter fiscal year 2024 results, and let's break down the numbers. It's actually a pretty strong report here from Salesforce, digging into what we're seeing revenue and EPS beating on here. So a beat on both.
Salesforce, 6.53% extended hours. That means if we had Salesforce at $359 for the market close at 100 grand, now we've made $6,500. Oh, go ahead, Salesforce. Go ahead. We all use Salesforce CRM, right? Client retention management platform. Come on.
Their full year outlook, bottom line, their guidance also coming in better than expected for the third quarter. They also raised their full year outlook for sales and earnings. So Salesforce seeing third quarter sales of $8.7 billion to $8.72 billion.
One quarter, y'all. $8.7 billion. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I think billion with a B is pretty good. In one quarter, that's not over the course of a year, over 6 months. In 3 months, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, $8.7 billion. We want to invest in the companies that's making the most money because they build moats, they acquire companies. Don't y'all use Slack? If y'all use Slack, y'all use Salesforce, because Salesforce bought them last year.
At what they're expecting for the full year, they raised their full year sales outlook $34.7 billion to $34.8 billion.
So they're expected for the whole year to make $34 billion with a B.
Raising the full year operating margin view to about 30%. That's up from 28%. And again,
wow. So that means their profit margin is 30%. So for every $100 in expenses, they're making $30. That is a mean profit margin, man. People are happy with a profit margin of 10%. Right? I spend $100, I make $110. I'm good with that. They're making 30% though. Oof.
Very positive report when you consider the chatter around the cloud space for some time. In a lot of these earnings calls that we've gotten, we've heard about the pullback that we're seeing, especially in enterprise, in terms of tech investment, or IT investment, I should say. And that's been led to concerns about what's happening in the.
She's speechless right now. Salesforce made so much more money than people thought. The analysts that follow Salesforce showed what to say.
To point to some positive outlook here, at least for Salesforce. Also looking here, Shauna, cash generated up 142%.
She can't talk, but up 142%. So that means if they had $100 in cash in January, today they got $242 in cash. So they have more cash, which means they make more money. And with the company, you want a company that has a large amount of cash flow. That means they have money on books. So if things go wrong, their sales go down, they don't got to get into debt. They don't have to pay things at high interest rates. They can just use their cash to pay things. That's why Apple is so big and bad, y'all. Apple has so much money in cash, almost $1 trillion. They're a $3 trillion company. They have almost $1 trillion in cash alone. So if we have good cash flow, a lot of cash on hand, that serves good for the company. So my profiteers, we see that Salesforce is up for the day, and we know that Salesforce got me a check. I got a check for the whole year they're rocking and rolling. But it's two sides to the coin because Salesforce had a very, very tough year last year. So let's look at the charts and see if Salesforce is a good buy or not so much. Now, as always, as your certified financial planner for YouTube and YouTube only. For my 1,300 clients worldwide that actually help with my investment firm, Tones Financial, I'm their certified financial planner. So we're just having conversations. This is not recommendations. If you have questions, call my office. You can set an appointment with me or my staff. But what's going on with Salesforce stock? And let's look at the charts. So, we're long term, my profiteers. One day, another day, don't care about that. We are long-term investors because, of course, long-term investing is the wave. But we look at Salesforce, look at here. Look at this jump from February 2016 to its high. It's high. 370%. Almost 4x your money from 2016 to 2021. Pretty good. That's 5 years. That means I was making about 70%, 75% a year every year in 5 years. If that's unsustainable, what happens when it goes down? Well, my profiteers, November 21 started going down. Down, baby. Yo, street, almost 60%. So my 100 grand, November 21, now January of 23, 40 grand. That hurts, profiteers. That hurts. That is a huge drop. Now, the NASDAQ over the same time frame went down by 40%. So it did worse than the NASDAQ. So the average of all tech companies, Salesforce did worse, right? But Salesforce, like, you know what? We're going to get our stuff together. And it's sad to say they made a lot of moves to drive up revenue. And the first thing they did was cut costs. They laid off a lot of people. Don't agree with anybody being laid off, but that's what businesses do. And for that, they was able to raise revenue because they had less expensive. The less expensive you have, the more money that you make. So from January 23 at its bottom, we look up and it got pushed up. Now Salesforce is up by 70% this year. Just like it was over the past 5 years for 2021, we see a theme. So if Salesforce makes 70% and you had $100,000 January 1st, you're up to $171,000. Not bad. From 2016 to 2021, Salesforce made 75% a year. So if they continue this path over the next 4 or 5 years, will it make 71% a year every year? I don't know, profiteers. They got a nice way to go too. To get back to where they were, it got to be up by another 45%. So just for Salesforce to get back the money that they lost in 2022 has to go up by 45%. Most analysts think that's going to happen by the end of next year. So if that's the case, then it took them 2 years to recover. But still, if you had that investment in 2016, pretty good. And from a trending standpoint, it's trending up as well. We always like to look at the EMA, right? Exponential moving average. And it was going down. But that golden cross happened, y'all, April 23. So the stock started going up January 23. But the golden cross happened April 23. With that golden cross, if you invested then, we'll look up, we're at 18%. Now you're going to say, oh, yeah, 18%. It ain't as much as 70%. Right. But as an investor, the market makes about 10% a year on average. This gets you 18% in 6 months. That's why it's good to use these indicators. Now, they're not right all the time. Now, of course, here at Let Bob, we have our proprietary platform, so you can invest in our app, Let B, L-E-T-B as in boy, that's on the stock market, or go to our app, Let Bob, and you can do what you do. What y'all think, my profiteers? You think Salesforce is going to continue to go up? another 45% gets back to where it was? Or do you think these numbers are just a sign of the time with AI? And when the AI bubble burst, Salesforce will as well. I don't know. Anyways, though, comment below. We in Salesforce or we staying away? Again, shouts out to the whole team in InvestFest. Troy, Mike, Ab, the silent assassin, Ab, man, the COO there. And also Sean as well, man. Great time. Thank you for the support. Everybody in InvestFest that said what up to me in my Bob shirt. I appreciate y'all support as well. As always, though, let's make some payment profits together, y'all. Peace.
Making no money mistakes, make a payment on your bills and you still late, yeah. Paying for profits to help you seek change, and you just wanna get paid, yeah. Tired of making no money mistakes, make a payment on your bills and you still late, paying for profits to help you seek change, yeah. Cut the show and just listen. You wanna feel empowered by making money decisions. Residual by the hours can get you a better living. Bitch at the check, you knowing it could be different, you know.